Yeah, still celebrating Chelsea victory at the World Cup, man. The Club World Cup. Oh boy, that is massive. We cannot overemphasize what transpired in that game. Honestly, we can't. This is a game that came with so much criticism. This is a game that came with so much banter and hatred. But, oh boy, may the God of Chelsea be your God. Oh. honestly, this game is a game that we will look up to for a very long time. It's a game that I would love to watch again, over and over again. Honestly, this is beautiful. This is a game that, honestly, I want to see again. I want to watch again because the intensity, the creativity, the style, the zeal, the hunger, the belief in the Chelsea's players, it was there. They knew what they came to do. They were so objective about it. And based on this, I decided to draw some life lessons out of it. So I'll be sharing with you my second life principle from what I learned in the game against Chelsea versus PSG. Let's quickly dive into it. Number 2, in the face of staggering oppositions, a rock can bring out water. Let me say that again. In the face of staggering oppositions, a rock can bring out water. Honestly, impossibilities only exist in the mind. Impossibility is not true. Impossibility is a mirage. Impossibilities does not exist. Impossibility only exists in the mind. Honestly, as long as you are ready to push, as long as you are ready to take that first step, the first step is always the most difficult step. If you can take that first step, you will not be going to see you will not going to see the possibility in the things that you thought were impossible. Another word again is excuse. There is no valid excuse for you not to achieve what you want to achieve in life. No valid excuse. There is no excuse that is so genuine. No matter how the excuse might sound like, that is enough to stop you from achieving your goal. Honestly, I could see that in Chelsea's players. If Rhys James was asked about the game, he said this plain, that we are going to win the game with clarity. When Enzo Maresca, the coach of Chelsea, was asked, "Oh, you are going to suffer throughout the game because PSG, they know how to hold possession of the ball," and the coach asked, "Who said that? Who said that?" Honestly, he said they have their plan. We have our plans. And all eyes could really see that he had his own plan. And his plan played out beautifully and gave them three unreplied goals. Gave them 3 beautiful goals coming from Kopama and Joao Pedro. We could see that he actually had a plan. And that was beautiful. So there is no impossibility anywhere. In fact, oppositions should be what should motivate you in bringing out the best that is inside of you. Whether you like it or not, there are hidden potentials in everyone. There are hidden potentials in everyone. There are things that you don't know is there until you are pressed. There are things that there are some potential skills that you don't know that it is there until you face some opposition, some really staggering oppositions. Until you face some situations whereby that can really press you, compress you to bring out those juice inside of you. Just like the way water came out of the rock in the days of Moses. The Holy Book said something, and I'm going to share it with you. He said, we often suffer, but we are never crushed. Even when we don't know what to do, we never give up. I say we never give up. Giving up is not part of the equation at all. It's in another version of that same scripture in the Holy Book says something. He said, we are hard pressed. He said, on every side. He said, but never crushed. Perplexed, but never in despair. Honestly. Chelsea, they were crushed with words, with hatred, with banters. Nobody gave them the chance. They suffered humiliation. They suffer humiliation. They suffer all manner of talk here and there. They suffer rejections. Nobody gave them the chance. But they were never crushed. You can see it in the results now. The unreplied goals. Even when the Holy Book said, even when we don't know what to do. In one of the training parallel to this match, we saw Enzo Maresca sitting down alone, bowing his head. They were like, oh, the frustration has dealt with this man. You know, frustration. People thought that he was frustrated in that particular scene, that particular picture that went viral online. So we sometimes we don't know what to do. But giving up is not part of the equation. Never say never. Never say never. There are Jews inside every one of us. But sometimes those Jews cannot come out except we are pressed. Except there are some troubles, challenges that come in before us that brings out the best out of us. So when we are faced with challenges, guy, don't give up. Giving up should not be part of the equation. You are supposed to be motivated. You are supposed to be challenge your fears. And so that's the only way you can begin to see beauty emanating out of you. In fact, let me share this story with you quickly. I heard of a story of two sons of a drunk. So because the man was a drunk, he could not really take care of the two children, boys. Now they grew up and they just managed through secondary school. And one of them was like, my father cannot take care of me, so it's not my fault. So let me just, anything I see, I'll just go and do with life. After all, there's a valid reason. My father did not take care of me, did not train me well, did not take me, no education, nothing. After all, I will just end up like my father. You know, the second child said to himself, no. For the fact that my father did not take care of me, no. Me, I will fight through. I will make sure I make it in life. I don't want to end like my father. And he went ahead to becoming one of the greats in the community. There was a community meeting one day and the two sons were invited. And people now begin to wonder, one was so much wealthy and the other one was on the streets. And they were asked, they said both children came from a single father. How can they, and one irresponsible father for that matter? But how come were you not able to break through? The one that could not make anything out of that situation said, my father did not take care of us. We didn't know, with no education, nothing. He was always drinking and falling inside the gutter. So I had no choice. I could not do anything meaningful with my own life. So here I am. It's my father's fault. But the other one said, yes, that was true. But that became a motivation for me. I told myself that I'm not going to end like my father. Because I don't want to treat my own children the way I was treated by my father. So my father's situation became a motivation for me to be able to achieve greatness. Same situation, different approach. That is what life is. So in my second principle, life lesson from this match, Chelsea versus PSG, hey, in the face of staggering opposition, a rock can bring out water. And what was the water in this game? 3 unreplied goals. 1, 2, 3. 3 Kondo. Honestly. Shout out to all Chelsea fans there. This is still, my name is still Rimel Olabola. Sharing my life principles with you. The things I learned from this game. Because this game was just, it was more than a game. This is life. This is life. These are life principles that we can actually derive from this game. Honestly, this is beyond football. This is Olabola doing it, keeping it real, man. Please be part of this community. Let's ride together. Thank you and thank you. Watch out for for my life principles part 3. That's my life principles part 3. The things I learned from this game, Chelsea versus PSG. My third life principles. Thank you so much. Watch out, guys.